Hello, everyone. You know that tedious task of raking leaves with a small, inefficient hand rake, leaving your back aching and your yard still messy? I'm about to transform that frustrating chore into a breeze by creating an incredible wheeled rake. I'm starting with a sturdy rake. My first step is to get an angle grinder. I'm carefully cutting off the rake head. Now for the main body of our rake. I'm creating a larger, wider rake head for maximum efficiency. I'm preparing two rakes and stacking them on top of each other and marking them to create a larger rake. I'm using a grinder again to cut an edge on the rake at the marked position. I'm repeating the grinding process on the other side of the second rake. With the individual sections prepared, I'm now welding them together to form a single long rake head. To secure the two rakes together more firmly, I'm using a metal bar and reinforcing it into the rake. I'm continuing to weld the remaining sections, ensuring each connection is solid and secure. It's a meticulous process, but vital for building a tool that lasts. You can see the bright sparks and molten metal as the pieces fuse together, forming a robust structure. Leave a comment and let me know which country you are watching from. It's great that we can connect and chat from all over the world. After welding, I'm using a chipping hammer to remove the slag. This is important for both aesthetics and to ensure there are no weak points hidden beneath the slag. A clean weld is a strong weld. After chipping, I'm moving on to cleaning the entire rake head with a wire brush. Look at that shine starting to come through. Now, let's work on the wheels. I have a strong metal axle and two sturdy wheels. I'm carefully sliding one wheel onto the axle, making sure it fits perfectly, and then securing it with nuts. This will provide the mobility for our rake. I'm tightening both nuts with a wrench. It's important to make sure these are secure, as they'll bear the weight of the rake and need to handle movement across uneven ground. Next, I measure the axle to determine the precise width. I'm marking the exact point on the axle. If you find this video interesting, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any interesting ideas coming soon. Now, I measure the width of the main rake head again. This helps me ensure the connections from the wheel hub to the rake will be perfectly aligned. Accuracy in these measurements makes a difference in the final product. I'm taking 2 pieces of rebars and preparing to weld them to the marked position. Using a magnetic welding holder to keep them perfectly angled, I'm welding them to the main rake structure. This creates the essential framework that will support the wheels and give the rake its unique design. After welding, I'm cleaning off the slag from these new welds with a chipping hammer and brush. Now, I'm welding the remaining ends of these reinforcing steel bars to the marked positions on the wheel axle. These welds need to be exceptionally strong, as they will endure constant movement and pressure. Once this is done, our rake will have full mobility, transforming how we clean the yard. I'm preparing a square metal bar that will form part of the handle structure. I'm welding 2 square bars together to form a sturdy T-shaped handle. This will provide a firm and comfortable grip for pushing the rake. Now I'm attaching the long T-shaped handle to the wheel axle, again using a welding machine to create a strong and permanent joint. Using the welding magnet ensures a perfect 90-degree angle. I'm cleaning the welds on the long handle with the wire brush. I'm welding an additional support bar to the wheel axle and securing it firmly. This metal bar will prevent any bending or folding during heavy use, ensuring the handle remains firm and stable. This makes our rake extra durable. I'm going to quickly clean up the last of these welds with a chipping hammer and wire brush. This is just to ensure everything is neat, tidy, and ready for action. You can clearly see the strong, clean welds now. And there you have it. Our incredible heavy-duty wheeled rake, ready to tackle any pile of leaves. It's amazing what you can create with some rebar, wheels, and a little welding. I'm really proud of how this turned out. Let's see our new rake in action. Look how easily it glides over the ground, effortlessly gathering leaves. No more bending, no more aching back. It's so much more efficient than a hand rake, saving so much time and effort. This wheeled rake makes quick work of even large piles, demonstrating its incredible effectiveness. It's the perfect solution for anyone tired of traditional raking methods. If you enjoyed watching me bring this project to life, please give this video a big thumbs up, share it with your friends. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.